Hello, friends and students. Let's study the song Pillaa Raa. Okay, in this song, the beat or the meter is called 12/8, and that means there are 12 eighth notes per measure. So if we are counting, it might sound like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, now often I simplify that, and many people do, to just counting to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But of course, in counting to 4, you have to imagine the triplet on each beat. So you have 1 ta-ta, 2 ta-ta, 3 ta-ta, 4 ta-ta, 1 ta-ta, 2 ta-ta, 3 ta-ta, 4 ta-ta. Something like that, okay? It's like a never-ending triplet. Triplet, 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 triplet. Or you might say takita, 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 takita. Okay? So this describes the basic rhythm. Now let's describe the basic main chords as being B minor, okay, and A. Alright, now what you heard me play in the demonstration at the beginning of the video was like a composite excuse me, arrangement of what sounds to me like more than one guitar player. So let's learn it in a simpler way in this part of the video, where we will separate these guitar parts. Okay, so let's begin. The first chord, in place of B minor, let's use just a power chord with the first finger on the 7th fret of the 6th string and the 3rd finger on the 9th fret of the 5th string. A B power chord, or B5. And then you will just take that same chord and move it down to the 5th fret. I'm referring to the motion of the first finger. And now we'll call it A5. Okay, so measure 1 will sound like this. 3. I'll play the first 3 measures. 3 in a simple way. We're doing a simplified thing here, and we'll build it up. 3, 4. 1 ta-ta, 2 ta-ta, 3 ta-ta, 4 ta-ta, 1 ta-ta, 2 ta-ta, 3, 4 ta-ta, ta-ta, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now in the 4th measure, we're going to go back to the 5th position, play that A chord again, but it only lasts for the first half of the measure, such as 1, 2. And then we have to move up here to the 10th fret of the 6th string and play the D on beat 3, and then at the 9th fret of the 6th string play the C sharp, excuse me, on beat 4. So that 4th and final measure of the guitar figure will sound like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I'm going to put all 4 measures together in slow motion. 3, 4. 1 ta-ta, 2 ta-ta, 3 ta-ta, 4 ta-ta, 1 ta-ta, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now let's add a little bit of a picking pattern to this part. So we're in the first measure with this B5 chord, the B power chord. There's a simple 2-beat pattern of picking. So the first beat is a triplet on beat 1, and we'll play the bass note on the 6th string at the 7th fret 3 times in a row. Okay, now on beat 2 we're going to play the 9th fret of the 5th string, and then back to the 6th string at the 7th fret, and then back to the 5th string at the 9th fret. I know it sounds a bit confusing, but let me put it together in this way and it might be easier to follow. B, 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 F, B, F. Now when I say F, I mean F sharp, but it doesn't sound right when you're singing. So it's F sharp, but I'm going to say F, okay? B, 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 F, B, F. Okay? Now if you do that twice, it comes out in this way. Okay, and that's the basic part. You apply that same pattern when you move down here to the 5th position. Okay, and that adds the picking pattern to the basic chords. So I'm going to do that one time in a row, one time in slow motion. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now there's a second guitar in the background, and he's playing a different figure that works with the part we just showed. So now we're going to study the second guitar part, and it goes like this. For the first measure, we're going to use a B minor chord, but not the whole chord, just these 2 voices. Now it looks like I'm playing 3 voices because I have my first finger barring the top 3 strings, but we're only going to play string 2 and 3. So the first finger is holding string 2 and 3, and you play on beat you play on beats 2 and 4, such as this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's the first measure, B minor. And then in the second measure, we're going to move to this little baby A chord, which is the first finger on the 5th fret of the 2nd string and the second finger on the 6th fret of the 3rd string, E and C sharp. And we'll use the same rhythm, so it sounds like this. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to put the first 3.5 measures together in slow motion. Guitar number 2. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now is some different material to go with that bass line of boom, boom. And that is, okay. So I'm using string 1 and 2 to perform this melody. The ending melody is simply D, D, C, B. Of course I mean C sharp, but it's D, D, C, B. Now that's fret 10, 10, 9, 7. So, but I'm trying to harmonize that by playing some notes on the 2nd string while the melody is moving on the 1st string, and that's like, okay. So this is guitar 2. I'm going to play the whole thing. Let me describe that harmonized part. So I'm using finger 3 to play the D note at the 10th fret of the 1st string, but I'm harmonizing it with the 2nd finger at the 10th fret of the 2nd string, the letter A. So we're going to play those 2 notes together twice. Now we can keep the 2nd finger on the 2nd string, but we're going to release the 3rd finger so that we can introduce the 1st finger on the 1st string at the 9th fret, letter C sharp. And we'll play this 2 strings together. So far we have this. Okay, one more little chord here. It's at finger 1 making a bar on string 1 and 2 at the 7th fret, letter B and F sharp. So that last melodic part on beat 3 and 4 of the 4th measure sounds like this. Okay. So now I'm going to play what I call guitar 2 in slow motion. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's it. Now, if that's a little bit confusing, I've got some tabs that I'll include in the video so that you can review those and work at your own speed. So I hope now you have the tools to study well and have fun.